Hi and welcome back to another Bestestimes Reborn YouTube video. I'm your host Brad. It is part 3 of today, so look for part 1 and 2 at the same date. It is currently 8:40 a.m. on Friday, July the 19th, 2024. It is currently 12.9 degrees Celsius, 81% humidity, so the humidity has gone right down since part 1. You can have a look at that and see what I mentioned about it. So we're walking down Ernest Street towards McDonald's, Kmart, all those sort of places, Domino's, Subway, all that. Salvo store and Cynthia's and Heyman's and all these other different establishments that are down here. So we'll go check all that out. Exodus truck, seen them a fair bit lately. BP. This is Lily Street, we're about to go across. L-I-L-Y. Always thought it was double L, but no, it's one L. Continue along, mosey along, do what we do, as we always do. McDonald's across there. Transport truck. Domestos, something like that. Glasshouse Mountain, Sunshine Coast. Rita, P-A-C-I-L-L-O, photography. Yeah. Could have got a higher resolution image, it's very stretched and the original image on a TV screen or on a phone would look great, but the fact that it's been stretched, it sort of blurs it a bit. That's alright. Yes, McDonald's across there. BP. Journey Motors is a Moondara Room Hotel, which really doesn't look like it gets looked after too well, sadly. We've still got Austar written on there, which is well out of date. RSCQ is being crossed out, or sort of covered over. AAA rated, Austar, wireless internet, and air conditioning. Town pool through there, which is closed for winter. So they can do maintenance and stuff on it, it's usually the reason for it. The Subway store opens at 9 a.m, so fairly soon. The thrift store, for those who don't know. Cynthia's direct-to-public wholesale fish market. Fresh fillets, local wild caught Spanish mackerel, king salmon, many something fillets, trevally, barra fillets, barramundi. Yeah, I don't see many people going in there. They must do well, because it's not around, it's been around forever. Mission Australia. And when this was Rectivision in this spot. Mission Australia, Define Normal, these are all NDIS, like disabilities service providers. There's Domino's Pizza and Subway. Kmart would be open by now, there's a lot of cars there. Okay, we'll continue along past the backpacker shack here. And then where Roscoe's Pizza used to be, before they moved onto the corner of Ernest and Edith Street. Well, this needs really doing up. I remember a lot of buses used to come along and park here, and like tourist buses, and bring people to here. Where they moved to, it's very hard for them to do that, so I don't think they do that anymore. I never see it. There's no parking for them. I think it's a little... Oh, I think it's a weird thing to move from where they were, but anyway. Old signage. I like seeing this old like Metway Bank, which becomes Suncorp. There was Suncorp Metway for a while there. Try and get a photo of that. Well, it's still here. The old Diners Club and American Express, MasterCard stuff. What's on there? Yeah, old Metway. I know that was definitely Suncorp and Suncorp Metway. Bank West, far out, State Bank. Wow, that's some old ones there. But anyway, it's all history, so that's why we like to show it. Oh, of course, someone's got to break a window around the corner. Oh, of course. Surprised no one else has gone in here. There's probably still a commercial kitchen in here, unless they took it all out. You can see where people have smashed the window like 3 different times. I don't know why people do that stuff. Togan and Associates there. Why people think they have the right to break things and graffiti things and all that. I just don't get it. Oh, it's an empty building, let's smash it up. No, that's crazy. There's no need for it. You've got nothing better to do than do that. Far out. Your life's not going too well then, if that's how it is. But anyway, we'll continue along. We go and drive along here, past the Chowai and the town pool, and some memorial baths and such, towards Woolworths sort of area. There's lost park through here. Wouldn't really walk through here. People put tents up and all that. Not like you used to be able to walk through here. I know there was an indigenous camp down through the old nature area, so yeah, it's not worth the risk of going through there. You just never know. But we'll show it here. I wish it was looked after a lot more regularly. They did fix it up for a little while there, part of it. Like there used to be a basketball court down there, a half court, but that's long gone. Hasn't been looked after. The pole was still there last time I went down there, but the backboard and the hoop were gone. Yeah, you used to be able to walk through there, and there was pamphlets you could get to tell you what sort of trees and animals and that you'd see in there. But it's never been looked after. There's a Scania fire truck, fire and rescue, and that's yeah, you used to be able to have a really good look through there and that, but it hasn't been looked after basically since Cyclone Larry, really. There's your Chowai Hall. That's where you go for Chowai housing if it's still in the same spot. If you're part of the Indigenous housing, Chowai Memorial Baths. Sure, there used to be a mural on here back in the day on the Memorial Baths. If anyone has any photos of it, feel free to put them on old new Innisfail photos on Facebook. Oh, this is one of the tree canopies I really like, so we'll show that. I'll go through a bit slower, face the camera straight up, and we'll walk through here. Should have shown it facing straight ahead many times. quite often there's homeless people sleeping up here. That's another reason why I don't really want to show straight ahead. I haven't seen any at the moment, but quite often on this so-called bird watching thing they put up here, which I think they should have put a sign there saying what it's there for. But anyway, we'll continue along doing what we do. The sun's in my eyes, so bear with me. There's no one there today that I can see so far, so we might better go out and have a look. But if it's supposed to be a bird watching thing, some of it's quite, well, things need to be cut back if you want to be able to see properly along here. There's the picturesque Johnston River. Oh, there's a bit of like oil or something on there. Pollutants. I don't know if you can see it in the video. The tide's fairly well out. You can see the bottom. Yeah, it's a really nice spot if it was looked after, preserved. Little bits cut back so you can see a bit more. Anyway, we'll continue along. Still on the Gowan Drive. Yeah, we're worse than Price buses, and that is, which needs a really good clean and paint regularly. Should be part of the rules of the town. If you're going to have a business here, you've got to clean it regularly because of all the mould and that from the wet weather. One of the seating areas here. The public seating areas, you see a lot of them jotted around. It's actually fairly clean. A lot of them have bird poo and stuff on them. Go up here and go over the Jubilee, I think. That might be the option. Or cross over when we get up a little bit further. When these people have gone past. They're on the other side of the road. When it's safe to do so. Just a little bit further up. Big wheels here. I don't know what they're from. Sort of like big skateboard wheels. Weird. Anyway, we'll cross over here when we can. It's just safer. So a little bit of this mural, which hopefully they preserve. It'd be nice if there was some sort of coating they could put on it to stop it from fading, instead of just having to repaint it. I don't know if there is. I'm not up on that stuff. Cross over. Yeah, this car park here, the underneath and the top, that's all owned by the council. The further away part underneath, when you go through, that's underneath the arcade, that's Food Emporium. It's all to do with Food Emporium and that, Innisfail Food Emporium. Like a lot of people still call this the IGA car park. Yeah, so we'll go over the bridge and see where we end up from there. Woolworths. Just in case you're new to the channel and you've lived here for a long time, who remembers, or does anyone remember the, oh, there's an alarm going off. Does anyone remember the Sunday markets that used to be under Woolworths. Yeah, there were Sunday markets. Sort of like a car boot sale type of thing. Yeah. I never got anyone, when I've mentioned it, to actually comment and say they remember them being there, but they're definitely there. There's the old Centrepoint Arcade and Soft Food Emporium just here, all this through here. It looks like they're taking away some of the barricade up here. We'll walk up here and have a look at the ramp and that they built, and then we'll go down and across. Alright, Noodlicious, the marsh.
Which gives a good idea because
it's getting a lot warmer now. We'll wait for Chappie to go past. Where OPS Salmon that used to be. In the ANZ building. They built the ramp. Glad they've taken the big barricade away. Made it hard when you're waiting for a taxi with a trolley to actually wait there, because they come out a fair way, as you see in other videos. And there you go. So, ANZ and all that. Oh, I think they've opened up this part too. You can see more. So it was all closed off for a while here. This part. My mate's there doing his thing. The worker. You can see in there now.
and it just keeps changing, you know.
A couple of photos. Put them on the video if we get a chance. And we'll go down through the through Cutter Court. A Powerhouse Realty seems to have closed down. Last time I went past, it was vacant. Yeah, it's only a certain amount of real estate agents a town this size can sustain. And you know, we had so many of them at one stage. It was crazy. And they expected to all last. So I don't know, there's your show post. It's Cutter Court. The courthouse across there. We'll go down past the museum and over across the Jubilee. So we can have a look at the river from the Jubilee Bridge. That'd be great. We'll show these flowers. I always like to show the beauty around us. We always notice these things while they're here. Get some photos too. Nice. Let's try to show some of them. I see some in bloom. Oh, gotta get photos as well as video at the same time. Not as easy, so the camera goes a weird angle. Okay, show these while we're here. Okay, it's Rankin Street, which I forgot to mention before, where that ramp and that they were showing, ANZ. Hi and welcome back to part 3 for today on Bestestimes Reborn. I'm your host Brad. It is currently, let's have a look, it is currently 9:09 a.m. Friday, July the 19th, 2024. It is currently 15.5 degrees Celsius, 73% humidity. When I first started part 1, I think it was about 6 degrees Celsius. So let's Google that. 6C to Fahrenheit. In Fahrenheit, that's 42.8 degrees Fahrenheit. Wow. So bear with me. We're on Coronation Drive over at East Innisfail. So we'll continue along Coronation Drive, look at part 1 and part 2, see where I got up to before I got to here. Check it all out. This is where there's a bit of fitness equipment here and a covered seating area. Beautiful, beautiful day today. I can't see a cloud at all in the sky. It's awesome. So anyway, we'll continue along, show along Coronation Drive. It's been a little while since I've done along here. It's good exercise, good to keep my body active as I try and do as often as possible. Already done 6.70 kilometers. Okay, we'll check out what 6 kilometers is in 6 kilometers in miles is 3.728 miles. For those who watch from America, Dave and Jim, the main ones that I know of, both in Maine, in the US of A. There's a peewee over there, the black and white bird. Quite friendly birds. Quite tame, timid sort of birds most of the time. When they're not nesting, they're great. Yeah. Well, if you're quiet enough, they'll come into your house, just hang around. Yep, we've had that happen before. They come into our place. We used to have one that would come in regularly. But anyway, we'll continue along, do what we do. We might run out of battery. I've got another battery charging, so should be fine. It should be charged by now or close to it. There's always facilities to do that here in my bag, so yeah, I wish the council had put a few bins along here again like they used to have. Hopefully the new council does that when they finally, when they get things sorted out. Be so much nicer. Nice bins at each of these seats at least. Most people just throw the rubbish on the ground, they don't care. Instead of walking into town to throw them in the bin. But yeah, hard pressed to find a bin in town at times too. So, but anyway, it's a nice walk along, especially this time of the day and earlier. This time of the year. Summer, not so much. Some people like it, some people don't. So, anyway, we'll continue along. Do what we can while we can. Might even just go up to the school and turn around and come back so you can see it from different ways. Along here, there's Fitzgerald Street across there. So we're still on Coronation. They've got DRV on it now, used to be just DR written on the old signs. So someone I mentioned it to thought it was Doctor, Coronation Doctor. Anyway, look what they've done to one of these seats. People have got to graffiti it. It really annoys me, that stuff. And as usual, the same old types of graffiti. It's got to be rude stuff mentioning male parts. And that's just how unimaginative these doofuses are. Fitzgerald Street.
52 seconds. 9,576 steps. Heart rate 118.
Yeah, Coronation Doctor. If she's watching, hello, shout out. Saw her at the show. Said hello. Yeah, all this I wish they'd fix. Wish the council would fix. If everyone puts it on Snapsense app, they might come along and finally fix it. Hopefully. Sorry about my nose running. Keep continuing along. Go past Danzella and that. Benwell Street just up here. This first one here. To my right, to my left, sorry. To my right is the Johnston River and all the stuff beside it here. Yeah, I wish they'd put these sort of lights, and actually have them on, over at the Gundy Sports Ground and that footpath there. That would be great. And clean it regularly. Clean the footpath regularly. And put them along River Avenue wouldn't hurt too, along the footpath there. Just hope one day they redo that footpath and redo this whole thing. They did up to a certain spot, as you can probably saw when I was walking through. And they just left it. So what we might do when we get up to the next seat is change batteries, and then we'll be back. So hopefully, because I started charging the battery as soon as I left home, so it should be charged by now. It's a fast charging battery, fast charging power bank, so it should be fine. But there's Benmore Street. Love this garden here, especially down the side where the purple flowers and that are. Always impressed with it. Oh, someone walking down there, so we'll turn the camera back. But there's a seat up here, not far up here, that we'll stop at and be able to change batteries. It's across to the Bamboo Creek Bridge. Johnston River. Nice reflections on there. Yeah, not a cloud in the sky. Beautiful day. People coming along up here, so we'll face the camera towards Bartle Street. Pretty sure that one's Bartle. And Stanzella. So we're not in the people's faces, doing our thing with the camera. Yeah, Bartle Street, I was right. Bartle. And then keep going along. Any close to where we might turn back. So I'm getting hungry. I better get something to eat. Here's the seat here. It's been more covered over, the seat, I'm sure it was. Because I stood here when it's rained. It was just all dirty and bird poo on it. And council needs to come and clean it. But the batteries on this camera are hot swappable, which is always a plus. Which means I don't have to turn it off to change batteries. So I'll put this battery into charge. That's fully charged. Yeah. So it is by that. Plug the old battery. Put this one in. Yep, plug the battery 100%. Take the tripod off. it on. Trying to make sure it was all clicked in. And accidentally stopped the recording. What's that? Plug this battery into charge. By the time I get back, the battery should be fully charged. Excellent. Great. And we'll continue moseying on along. Doing what we do. We might go a bit further, we'll see how we feel at the time when we get up to it. Might go in front of the school, but won't show across to it because if there's students around and that. Going behind you can't really, you can only show towards where the bamboo and that used to be due to students in the yard and that, so it's not really worthwhile doing that. Sheer Street, just here. The one that goes up there, that's a very, very, very steep hill. I remember someone went down there, I think it was a skateboard. A guy I knew went down there, of course, no decent brakes on a skateboard, and he ended up in hospital. Yeah. It's pretty sad. Oh, he was fine afterwards, after a while, but yeah, not really the smartest thing to be doing. But each their own. Here's Shoe Street. It's so steep, I don't know. It's hard to tell in the video, but trust me, it's steep. For those who know, they know how steep it is. There's a really nice tree canopy through here, which I like to show. So we'll do that, face the camera up, because the camera's on a gimbal type camera, so it's very easy to do that. I don't have to look up or anything, the camera just does it. Yeah, it's a really nice tree canopy. Wow. Yeah, it's beautiful, beautiful weather. Picturesque, just, yeah. I suppose there's not a lot more people walking along here at this hour. Probably would have been around 6:30 in the morning when it was freezing cold. It was great. By the time I left, it was like 6 degrees. Wow. 6 degrees Celsius. I said it earlier in the video what that is in Fahrenheit. Now we're getting to where the tree canopy finishes. I'll put the camera straight ahead again. There's a couple of peewees flying away. Peewees on the ground and a couple of plovers. The plover's going out onto the road there. And the peewee there. The other peewee's gone. So he's having a feed, that peewee. Yeah, so we've got the time to fill in. What is it now? 9:23 a.m. We'll mosey on still. Feel free to have a look at part 1 and part 2 to see where I went before this. House is under contract, so I would have shown that if it wasn't. There's some kangaroo paws through there. I always thought they were like a bird of paradise, but no, it's hibiscus. Thought they were kangaroo paws, those. Bird of paradise look like that, but they're more of the orangey colour to it. We might turn around and go back because I get myself a cold flavoured carbonated beverage, cold drink, cold soft drink. Head back. Okay. It's down to the school. Down to Marillion Road. The vet. And back? Alright, we'll turn back. We'll head back where we just came from. This time we'll go straight ahead instead of the tree canopy. That's what we do. Someone riding along, so we'll show you the other way. So, a bit of privacy, a bit of respect, especially if you can't see their faces or anything. And they're adults and added. You can show a little bit just to show people enjoying the area and all that. Johnston River through there. I don't know how well it'll show up, but you can sort of see it. And tell me the colouring's gone weird again. Let's connect to the app. It's the best way to check. Yeah, I think the colouring might have changed. It's still on normal. I don't know. I don't know what that's all about, but anyway. It just looked different through the screen of the camera. The screen's gone really dull all of a sudden. I don't know what that's all about. There we go, just had to start the recording again, stop it and start it, and it went good, it's all good. Okay, so we'll continue on our merry way along, back towards town, towards the Jubilee Bridge. We'll go up and over, if there's no one under the bridge we'll go under and around and up. Back with this Shoe Street where I showed you before. We're coming out of the opposite direction now. So we're still on Coronation Drive. If you want to see down Marillion Road, we've done many a walk down there. Marty Street, Marillion Road, Coronation Drive, all the way down. I should have went down, all the way down, it's too late now.
8 kilometers completed. Duration 1 hour 45 minutes 14 seconds. 10,800 steps.
Because they were building something down there one time when I come down. I haven't gone down to have a look. Oh, I'm not turning back now. We'll continue along. Stanzella. Anything that might hinder us at the moment is memory card space might fill up. I've got 3 or 4 videos in the past, so these will be shown in probably September sometime. I'm trying to get a video for every second day well in advance, so if it pours rain or anything happens to get sick, then we've got a lot of videos for people to see. And that's showing the town for history, for just showing what it's like, for directions. If anyone follows these for directions, let me know in the comments. It'd be appreciated. That's where we stopped to change batteries earlier. Yeah, that's what we do. Get out and go the distance, showing all the different places. Going the extra mile so that we can all look back and see exactly what it was like in as much detail as we possibly can. So if you want to donate to the channel and help make these videos even better, with better equipment and all that, feel free. That would be great. I would much appreciate that. If you want to donate via the PayPal link or the Super Thanks button provided by YouTube, feel free. It would help the channel out immensely, any amount. That way it goes towards purchasing equipment to make better quality videos and better quality photos and audio and all that. So I put my own money into all this and keep upgrading when I can afford it, and after paying and doing all this stuff to do what I can. Alright, I'm going to get a photo of this while I'm here, while the reflection is just amazing. When we get a bit further, we'll be able to see the Bamboo Creek Bridge. There it is. With the phone I can zoom in. With this camera it's only got 2 times zoom, the video camera. There we go. Got that. Yeah, absolutely gorgeous spot. There should be a seat here. A seat, and it being a covered seat, like those metal-y type ones that I showed before, where the fitness equipment is, where I showed that. That would be amazing if they put one of them in there. Encourage people to enjoy the scenery. Keep it clear. Keep it clean. There's the water tower, which you can get to on Meridian Road, near the old water tower shop. There's Burnell Street again. No, there's no one walking down there. So I'm coming my direction now. So once we get up a little bit closer, we'll face the camera the other way like we always do. Always a big thanks to everyone who watches these videos. It's always appreciated. Anybody watching now, much appreciated. Feel free to click like, subscribe, comment, all that. Right, good morning. Always face the camera the other way when someone's coming along like that, out of respect. But yeah, it's a big shout out to everyone who makes the effort, likes, shares, comments, subscribes. The people who put the effort in the comment, I really appreciate it. It helps the channel out. Immensely. Tells YouTube that YouTube's algorithm and that people enjoy these videos, and they suggest it to more people. Yeah, it's always good to help out with that. Whew. This is Fitzgerald Street, we showed before. Some people are quite snobby. Give them a nod. Don't look at you like you speak another language or you're doing something wrong. Whereas some people are quite friendly, so yeah. Best to be part of the latter kind, the friendly kind. If you see me walking along, feel free to say hello. If you want to be in the video, let me know. Of course, no swearing. No alcohol, smokes, drug references, any of that sort of stuff. Keep everything G-rated. And that. And best not to say your last name. If you say your name, just say your first name, like Greg. Lived in Innisfail for 30 years. Favourite parts of Innisfail, blah blah blah, you know, things like that. Keep it all positive, not negative. And in doing that, you're giving me permission to put it on YouTube, your voice, your face. to be shown on YouTube. Let's see if we can get the subscriber count up to 1,000. Once I get to 1,000, I can get paid by ad revenue. So if you don't skip the ads and you watch them, that really helps. The amount of video you watch, like the number of videos and the length you watch of them, of each one, if you watch the whole thing, is better for me. Helps the channel out. The subscribers, the likes, all that stuff, all the comments, that really helps the channel once you get to 1,000. So let's try and get to 1,000 by the end of the year. Like, share these videos on social media so people get links to them. Get all your friends and family, relatives, all that sort of stuff to check them out and do their part by subscribing. That would be overly appreciated. Back where we just came from, we haven't done that much today. Back where we just came from, towards Fitzgerald Street. And that, so yeah, we'll finish this video once we get into town. So this is part 3 of 3. There may be a part 4 if I feel in the mood for it. Once I've had a break, something to eat, something cold to drink, a soda, soft drink, that would be great. We would have walked up over Marillion Road Hill, but it's just too much for me when I've walked all that distance. It's different if I get dropped off there and I walk up and over it. It's still awkward, but yeah. It's that fitness equipment that I showed before, and the table and chairs that I referenced earlier when I was near Stanzella. Or actually where I showed that really nice view where the Bamboo Creek Bridge and that I mentioned. It'd be good if they had something like that there. I personally wouldn't drink out of any of these fountains. Might be alright for animals though. I've seen people with little containers and that for their dogs getting water out of these. And the one way further down, way past the school and that, but not far from the caravan park. Well, there's back at the fitness equipment. It might be what they were doing down the other end, putting another one of them in, fixing it up or whatever, when I was there that time. I don't know. But anyway, we'll walk along here. Looks like there's no one under the bridge. Sometimes they're past the fence and out fishing on the rocks and that. So it's always best to keep an eye out. It's the corner of Ashton and Agnes Street. That place is up for sale. And I think the flats next door are too. There's just the Jubilee Bridge. The second Jubilee Bridge. There was another one which they removed and put in this one because the other one was rickety and all that, not very well maintained, very narrow. Well, we won't look at this graffiti. I'm not going to give advertising to people's graffiti. Oh, look at that, that's my graffiti. No, I'm not going to do that. And it's unimaginative anyway, looking at it myself. Same old things, same old pictures, same old things they put on there. So I don't understand why they do that, but anyway. That's what they do. So let's mosey on around here, past the lawn bowls. That's our bowling club. So you just have a sign on here saying that they don't anymore. I think I noticed that last time I was along here. Wireless fish and chip sign up here, open Wednesday to Sunday, 11 AM till 7:30 PM. Just over the bridge on the public wharf. And that's our Bowls Club signage. As we were before, where bridge meets. which is where the bridge meets the butcher. It used to be a butcher. There was also a photographer, had it for a while there. Yeah, starting to get worn out. So it's time for the cold drink. Something small to eat. A bit of energy. And we may do a part 4, may. So we're on the Jubilee Bridge now. Look over to the Johnson River. There's people on the wharf over there, the public wharf. Also a boat, little yellow boat over there. 4 people. You can see if there's anybody coming. You can walk out here. So this lady's got a right of way. She can go through. Face the camera the other way. Towards the road. Privacy. If you ever hear that on my video, those distance and all that, that's from my distance from home to this particular time. Go over and have a look at the old sundial clock, which the dial's been off a few years, sadly. It's an ibis. Should be able to show it. The lighting's not great in this spot. We'll get a couple of photos and whatever works out I'll put on the end of the video. We might stop here and the table's filthy, of course. People have written on it and all that, so it's not worth sitting at, putting my stuff down. But just gonna have a rest and do a time lapse to put on the video. Like a half-an-hour time lapse. There is another, I don't know if this table and chairs are still up here. Have a look. No, they're gone. Used to be another one here. Back up here. Oh well. Can only do what I can do. Okay, well let's continue along. Go down the Esplanade a little bit and see how we go. People sitting at the tables up here, so I can't go there. Actually, I might go over to this table here and have a rest and do the time lapse. But that's to the video, gives me that bit of a rest. There's no one sitting there at the moment, so bear with me, my runny nose. That might be the end of the video. We'll see how I feel afterwards. Plug this into charge, get some more battery into it. Always good. It's got 2 batteries. It's got the battery in the handle part, and there's a battery in the actual camera. It's good to charge both. Get them sorted out. There's your wharf, commercial wharf, the public wharf is down there. Alright, we'll be back. Okay, thanks for watching. This is Bestestimes keeping memories alive for us and future generations to see. Check the links in the description if you want to donate via the PayPal link. There's one in the description. There's also a super thanks button provided by YouTube. Stay safe, stay cool, and we'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Check out old new Innisfail photos on Facebook. There's also other links to other people's videos. Let them know that Bestestimes sent you. And we'll catch you in the next one.